Hey yo, what is up? British Tier 10 Tech 3 is now entering Supertest. Finally, the British wheeled medium tanks are almost ready to be released into the live server. So the Tier 10 is the first one going into Supertest, and this means it is drawing closer and closer the time that the Tech 3 and the premium tanks will be coming to join the live server really soon. This is called the Concept 5. I don't know if this is going to be the final iteration or they're going to stick with this name, Concept 5. I doubt so, but we'll see what happens. But what is interesting is this tank is going to have the specifications that are going to be, you know, very, very interesting to a lot of players. A lot of people are going to go for this tank. A lot of people are going to like this tank. A lot of people are going to make this tank their favorite tank to play. And we're going to go through a little bit of the specs that we know so far. Right off the bat, the damage is it's doing 430 alpha damage with the standard AP and APCR shells with really high shell velocity. 430 alpha damage with 1230 meters per second. Shell velocity is absolutely amazing for AP shells. The APCR shells are even more devastating. 1420 meters per second, 430 alpha. Again, let me remind you, 1420 meters per second, 430 alpha. This gun will be like a laser. It will not miss anything with that speed. You don't need to lead, just click and you will hit. So that's really good shell velocity with APCR shells. The penetration values are 260 pen on the standard AP shells, and the APCR shells, which are premium, will have 318 millimeters of penetration. Now, penetration not the greatest, not the best, but you can't have it all, right? You've got to have some kind of semblance of balance, and they're trying to do that with this tank. So you've got amazing shell velocity, not too great penetration, but really decent and good enough. Reload time is not that great as well, 11.7 seconds. This is actually pretty slow reload, considering that a lot of the competitive medium tanks are reloading at 5-6 seconds, when you're running food and you're running all the equipment and skills, 5-6 seconds. This one, 11.7 seconds. This is the major handicap. I am going to expect that this will be significantly improved. I think it will be around the 9-second mark, if I'm being honest, because no way 11.7 seconds is going to be making this a competitive tank. The aim time, however, 1.8 seconds makes it really good. Dispersion as well, 0.31 makes this a really accurate gun. At 1.8 seconds aim time, 8 degrees of gun depression, 16 degrees of gun elevation. This will make the tank actually pretty competitive in that sense. So far, the only downside we've seen is that reload time of 11.7 seconds. If they adjust that or fix that, then you're going to see a very good, highly competitive tank. And what else do we have here? We are talking about the engine horsepower, 580 horsepower. Doesn't seem like very high horsepower, but you need to consider that most tanks are really heavy. This one is a really light tank, you would say, because it's only something like 20 something ton tank or 25 ton. A pretty light tank in terms of considering other medium tanks in this category. So you've got 580 horsepower with 25.2 power to weight ratio. Now remember that number, 25.2 power to weight ratio is a very agile, nimble medium tank. This means it will be quick on its feet, 0 to 100 in 5 seconds or 4 seconds or whatever. I mean, it's going to be like a sports car, really quick off its feet. Top speed is 65 kilometers an hour, in reverse 32. It will get to 65 very quickly. It will get to 32 kilometers an hour in reverse very quickly. Rotation is 40 degrees per second. This is very agile, very nimble, very fast rotation. Now remember, this tank is going to perform a lot like a track tank. It's not going to perform like an EBR where you have to drive the tank forward in order to rotate the hull. You don't need to drive forward to rotate this hull. This hull can rotate on the spot just like any other tracked tank. So if you want to turn right, the right wheels will go in reverse and the left wheels will go forward. So it will pirouette on the spot just like any tracked light, medium, heavy tank. And this tank has very high mobility with high hull rotation speed, high power to weight ratio. This tank will be amazing in terms of mobility. However, what is not amazing is going to be the armor, because there is none. So don't expect any armor. This is going to be a shoot and scoot tank. It's going to perform a lot more like a light tank because you're going to have pretty good view range as well. 400 meter view range. You're going to reach your maximum view range, no problem. 440 will not be a problem. Camo rating stationary is 18.3, which means you can get this to about 39% full camo rating stationary, which gonna make this tank have very good camo when it's not moving. As soon as it moves, you're gonna lose that camo value, but it's gonna have camo value like a light tank as long as it's not moving. So you're gonna have a very, very interesting, a lot of people are going to like and love this tank, including me. But the first thing they need to do is reduce that reload time, because 11.7 seconds is just unacceptable. It's got to come down to about 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Anyway, that's the video for today. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye.